come out every week to let our people know that who you ignorant called Jesus Christ is coming back to redeem and save his people, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, according to the scriptures, according to their fatherline. Let's start first by giving all praise and glories unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakakadash.
That's the praise and glories unto the Most High God, Yahweh, and His Son, Yahweh Shai, through the Holy Spirit. We want to give double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well, and greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect. Shalom. All right, we're here at CC Las Vegas. A lot's going on. It's June the 3rd in particular, and I mean, there's so many different prophecies being fulfilled that's going to lead up to the destruction of this place. Okay? And how do we know that these things are coming true? Because we read them in the Bible. And then we line it up with these current events that go on. The problem with this situation is your church pastors aren't telling you that it's all these negative things that are waiting for us, that these prophecies are talking about. Negative in the sense of it's not going to be a happy or pleasant time coming to you in the near future. You know, they want to paint the picture that everybody's going to have big houses and nice cars and abundance of money and love and happiness and all of that, but that's not what's about to go down. What's about to go down is Lamentations, Mournings, and Woe, and destruction. Okay? We can start with that one.
Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 8. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like the rebellious house.
This is for the elect, talking about don't be rebellious like the 2/3 of our chosen people. If you can get the sign to show them who that is. Don't be rebellious like the rest of the multitude of our nation. Be different. Be obedient unto the Most High God, Yahweh. Be obedient unto me, he's saying. Okay? Go ahead.
Open thy mouth and eat that what I give thee.
If you ever heard the phrase food for thought or soul food for your soul, that's what this is about. The wisdom in this book will nourish you in wisdom and then will guide you to salvation. Okay? That's what this book is about. All right? Go ahead.
Yeah, if I might say this, really this is that true, you got comedians, right? And they stand on stage and they're there to basically give you their perspective and they make you laugh, but it's to actually get you to receive what they're saying.
Right.
Well, this word, when you look up the word comedy, it's I believe it goes back to Latin, comida, which means to eat or food. So really this word is for you to eat, to consume. All right? You're supposed to get the nurturing of the scriptures, man. You know? And then once you digest it, you're gonna see that this word, it's like a duality book. It talks about both good and evil. And the good part is the sweet part. The evil is the bitter part, man.
Right.
You know? That's if you eat it right, if it's digested with it, you'll see that this book is a book of Lamentation, Mourning, and Woe, man. It's a bloody book. All right? That's all I want to do.
No, that's the point.
Okay.
You know, you guys are expecting happy times to come, but if you look at the real condition of the earth right now, and especially here in America, with the earth in general, you'll see that everything's turning negative. There's simple little mini wars with people. There's race riots brewing. Roseanne Barr is pushing that racist vibration. It's not just Trump. It's just not those Trump supporters. It's you Edomites that's really going back to who you were. That Make America Great Again is like that same yes we can type shit that Obama was putting out there when he was thanking Satan with that. It's that incite that old racist spirit that America once had over you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans when he was in his true power ruler. Okay?
The white man was at his height.
Read that verse again. I want to grab something and we're going to go back.
Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 8. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. And when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein Lamentations and Mournings and Woe.
All negative things. Lamentations is crying or a state of mourning. Mourning and woe, sadness and destruction. Go ahead with that. Because when you read this book, this ain't gonna be that love novel where everybody's so happy, joy. That ain't about to go down. But the elect, it is gonna be that way for the elect. Okay? But we glory in the destruction of all the society that makes you people happy, because this place is rooted in wickedness. And we want to see the wickedness eradicated. And that's the big picture of what the Most High wants to do here. But here being in a fleshly society, a carnal society, you're gonna have to get rid of some bodily pleasures, you know, the comforts that you are so accustomed to. Go ahead, bro. Read that.
Revelation 10:9. And I went unto the angel, and he said unto me, give me the little book. And he
That's the same roll, that's the same book that's written therein, Lamentations, Mourning, Woe. It's going to describe to you what happens when you understand this book, when you digest and understand this book. Go ahead.
And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter.
Read it. Don't mean start chewing paper. It means read and understand the things that's written in this book, which the Spirit has to open up your mind for you to truly understand this book. But
take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter.
And it shall make thy belly bitter. Why? Because of the lamentations, mournings, and woe that come with it. Because the scriptures tell you also in Ecclesiastes, the 7th chapter, somebody want to grab that Ecclesiastes 7. I think 7:7. Go ahead.
This oppression make a wise man.
Yeah.
This Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart.
You get mad. You go back. You get mad at this because you realize it's calling out all the things that you believe, the lie that you was believing. It removes the veil of lies that the so-called white man has been deceiving you with for hundreds of years. You know, and now that you've been accustomed to, my grandmama taught me this way, my mama and my daddy, and blah, blah, blah. But now you realizing, like, I see through this shit.
Yeah,
I felt something was wrong. Go ahead.
The scripts say with much wisdom is much grief, you know? So with you understanding...
Got that.
Go ahead, bro. So like,
Ecclesiastes 1:17. And I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly.
Hey, a lot of you guys don't even want to give your whole mind or your heart to know wisdom and to understand folly. You live in folly, but you don't want to know wisdom. It's a diligent search to have to learn wisdom. It's not easy.
For example, Israel, instead of going into the deeper understandings of the word, you know, when you put up the videos on YouTube, a lot of the content, depending on what it is, it's not going to be viewed by those that want to be entertained and look at a bunch of bullshit. They rather seek drama and controversy and to understand the history, to understand our culture, or Hebrew, which is part of our culture. Jake rather deal with folly, and that same spirit is of the world.
Right.
You know, so that's an example of that.
If we title the video "White Man Gets Cussed Out by Israelites," when it wasn't talking about that, Jake be mad, but they would watch the whole video waiting for that moment. That's why if you watch these other groups, man, some of these other groups, they'll put that part in there. They'll show you a highlight, like the first 30 seconds of the white man getting cussed out or whatever, and then they'll go back and show the whole scene and get you to watch all the way through, leading up to it. Because they know Jake's attention span ain't gonna watch it. He ain't gonna sit there the whole time and wait for the moment. You know? Go ahead, bro.
I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit.
Yep, it makes you confused. You don't know how to get it. Read it from the top, bro.
Yeah, it says, and I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit.
Yeah, because you really should only be consumed with righteousness. That's all you should really be trying to get the wisdom, man. Don't worry about the folly. Solomon did already went through it and explained to you the folly. He put them in Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Wisdom of Solomon, and the Psalms is in there as well. It's a lot of books that he wrote because he went and actually did the work for us. So now we don't have to go through the folly part. He shows us the good parts of the wisdom, and then he shows the good parts of the folly. Or not the good parts, the bad parts of the folly. You don't have to vexate yourself or confuse yourself with that. Go ahead, bro.
It says, for in much wisdom is much grief.
Much wisdom is much grief. Because now you know, and especially when it comes to, you have a responsibility that comes with all that wisdom now. Because you have to now apply it.
and you're gonna get grieved more because you're gonna have the demons attacking you more. You know, once you realize and come into the actions or responsibility of being an Israelite, you're gonna be. It's gonna seem like the world is against you. Well, that's exactly what it is, because the world is against you. You know, if you're the righteousness in the world, all wickedness is gonna try to take that light out. You know? And that's what Satan's demons are doing right now. They're trying to basically stop the light from coming out, or stop the word, the spirit of Yahweh Shai, from spreading around. You know.
Yep. But he can't stop it because it's of the power of the Most High. There's more, right?
And he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
And when you increase knowledge, you increase sorrow, because you see what you want to be able to do, but you can't. Like Paul said, you know, that I would not do, that I do, and that I would do, that I do not. Basically, what he would really want to do, he's unable to perform it, though his spirit wants to do it. But that his flesh does, or would want to do, is that he does. And he hates the fact that he has to do those things according to his flesh. You know, so, but that's the battle. So it's going to grieve you. When you want to go out and party and hang with the homies and whoever else, you know, you can't. You got to study. You got to go to camp. Oh, I was supposed to go to a pool party. Well, guess what? You can't. You at camp. It's 105 degrees outside. The word got to go out. You're going to do things that's not appeasing to your body, but that will appease the Most High God, and he'll give it to you in your spirit.
And that's what goes where the script says we got to make our body a living sacrifice.
Right.
You know, Yahweh Shai did it, so we got to do it, you know? So standing out on the highways and hedges, like it says to the Most High, the foolishness of preaching, that's what we got to do. That's the job that we have to do in order to build the spiritual temple, you know?
Right, because isn't it important? Your salvation important? Do you need to know what these lamentations, mournings, and woe are? We're going to get them. We're going to show you what these lamentation, mournings, and woe are, and why you're going to be bitter, knowing that you're going through all this bad now, and then you still got bad to go through, that you may barely make it. The elect will barely make it past all of that other bad, but then there'll be a real bad that the rest won't make it, that you will, and you will truly appreciate it. Go ahead, you going to speak on that? Go ahead.
This back in Revelation 10 and 9, it says, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey.
But it's going to be in your mouth sweet as honey, because it'll be like, damn, that makes sense. That tastes good. That's yeah, I want to ride in a chariot. Yeah, I want to get spiritual power, fly around and have 200 wives, and you want to do all those wonderful things that the blessings of the Spirit will give you. But you got to go through that bitter first. You got to literally go through hell to get it. But the hellfire that the Most High brings, not just some little devil pitchfork hellfire. I mean, like the tribulation that he brings to you. You got something else? Okay.
Acts 14 to 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
You gotta go through much tribulation to enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Go to Wisdom, Sirach 2. Through much tribulation, only way we gonna get into the kingdom of heaven. And we go through more on this side, but you people gonna lose when you go through. But he gonna protect us the whole way we go through, but he gonna hit y'all chunk after chunk, taking it from you until he finally destroy you. A lot of you people gonna die of starvation. A lot of you people gonna die of heart attack, man. A lot of you people gonna get burned up by thermonuclear missiles. Stuff that you gonna understand and feel in your next life. Okay?
And that shows you how these people are idiots. Because if the scripture is telling you that nothing but evil is coming, and you're in the spirit of folly, you're in the spirit of feeling good and having fun and partying, when the scriptures tell you that evil is coming, that shows that you people are not wise. It says with much knowledge increaseth sorrow.
Yeah.
So your knowledge of knowing that these evils, these bad times are coming, and you're not in the spirit of actually, like it says, going back to Ecclesiastes 7, the wise is in the house of mourning and not in the house of feasting. That shows what our people are stupid. You're not getting that the scriptures telling you that you're getting ready to come in troublous, perilous times.
Dangerous.
You know, all these pleasures that you're accustomed to, you're getting ready to lose that.
Right.
It's going to become harsh out here.
And the thing is, we know that we're not upset, but we see that we're about to lose them too. It's not like we're exempt from losing them, But we're already getting our minds hardened to the fact that we're going to lose them. That's the difference. We're prepared. We've been through a boot camp of some sort of preparation to have all these things stripped and taken away from us. It's all distraction and folly mostly anyway. I don't care about missing game 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the finals or the Stanley Cup playoffs or whatever. I don't care about missing that. Because is anything in that game going to give me salvation? No. You know, that's what's most important. Go ahead.
Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil.
And how was he able to see the evil? Because he saw that he ate the whole roll and sees the Lamentations, Mournings, and woe that's set before him. And then he go and hideth himself, right?
And hideth himself.
That's right. But how does he hide himself? In the strong tower of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, protecting himself in the name and in the faith and in with the angels are camped around you, in that wisdom, creating that buffer zone of protection from all the perils of the world. Go ahead, bro.
But the simple pass on and are punished.
Like the brother said, but you simple people, you pass on in mirth and in feasting and so on and so forth, and then you're going to perish because it's going to catch you unawares. All right, when this day comes, it's going to catch you unaware to a fact that where you're going to be like, one day you're going to be eating Doritos, the next day you're going to be eating wood chips and grass, hoping that that's going to nourish you. Then one day you're going to be getting chased for your life because this man is about to eat you. But I'm talking about cannibalism. That's how extreme it's going to get out here. People are going to be chasing you down to eat you because and the fat people are going to get caught, of course. But they gonna eat you people, man. It's gonna get that bad.
That's already begun in Venezuela.
Yeah. That video, I never forget that video. They showed the 2 prisoners. They were still locked in. They couldn't get out, and all the power and all it was all messed up. And one of them was sitting there letting the other one eat his ear. He let him. And he was like, damn, like, this shit hurt me. Fuck it. He had that fucking like he gotta eat.
He had no might.
He couldn't fight him off.
He had no power. He couldn't even fight the dude off.
Yep.
He was just letting him eat on his ear, man. Blood everywhere.
Man.
That's what it's gonna come down to. All right.
I got something.
Yeah.
Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as
meaning circumspect for you people that don't like looking at words. We at Great Millstone look at words, meaning be able to look around and see what's going on. Not just with your eyeballs, but with your spiritual eye as well. How do you see clearly with this word? This word will help you to see everything that's going on. Go ahead.
And also being circumspect, watching the news and linking it up with the scriptures. You know, the current events and whatnot. You know, linking it up with the prophecies. That's how you know to be circumspect. And also being circumspect on your everyday life.
It says, not as fools, but as wise. Redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Hold a second, Evans first. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. Because the days that come before you are going to get really bad. This devil's going to roll on you people, man. He's going to, Trump is setting these people up mentally to where they're prepared to take you people out. That they're saying, you're the problem with America, you Mexicans, that's why we're going to build a wall. You niggas in the ghetto. We ain't going to say that out loud, but we know you're the problem as well. We got to eradicate you people. The whole plan of GMO and all of that isn't working fast enough. McDonald's and all that's not working fast. The hospital medical system, it's not working fast enough. When you look at the word system, it means pit. The pits that we have, this is what they say, the pits that we have you in is not working fast enough, my bad. We got to get you up out of here faster. So this is what they're doing. They want to accelerate the plan so they can implement their New World Order, and they ain't going to chip everybody. They don't want everybody chipped. They want everybody that will remain chipped. You go to the Georgia Guidestone, they're talking about 500 million. Yes, a lot easier to make 500 million RFID chips versus 7 billion, you know? It makes a lot more monetary sense to have to do a lot less, but you still want absolute control of all these people. You got to see what the big thing is. So it's for him to do that, he's got to scare you, he's got to kill you, he's got to do all kinds of things. That's why he's shooting these schools up and allowing all of them psyops and whatever going on, bombs, all of this shit's going on because he has to set this thing up. Get that at
The second Esdras 9 at the top.
Back to Ezekiel.
He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself.
Like the brother told you, how do you measure that time? You link it up with the history, with the prophecies, the current events, and you link them together. You see which ones is lining up. That's exactly what it's telling you to do. And as you see them getting closer and the worst things happening, it do make you bitter. It do make you angry and frustrated. Because you see the big oppression that you've been in, the lie that you've lived for so long. But you got to come out of that and get over that.
If I may say, the prophets, the more they got intel from the Lord through the angels and more visions, the more sorrowful they got.
Yep.
Because all they saw was just the bloodshed.
Yep.
They saw nothing but evil coming.
Yep.
That's why Ezra said, woe is me.
Yep.
Because he know that woes is coming. That's a woe. That's a lamentation.
Yep.
When he said woe is me, that was a lamentation, man.
Crying out.
He cried, man. Well, so I know I'm gonna have to come back during those days. What must I do?
Yeah, how am I gonna be saved?
That's the example of you increasing that knowledge, and it's make you be sorrowful, man.
Yep.
Hey, when Yahweh Shai was getting ready to depart, his disciples, the apostles, they got sorrowful.
Yep.
Because Yahweh Shai told them straight up, like, hey, basically in a roundabout way, things are gonna get bad.
Yeah.
Before things get good, it's gonna get bad, man. It's gonna be a point in time when I'm not gonna be here. They're gonna crucify me. Y'all gonna scatter. Y'all gonna are women gonna have to bewail, cry for their children? He was talking about 70 AD.
Yep, the siege on Jerusalem, man.
Yep.
Vespasian and the mission. America's Rome all over again. So there's gonna be a siege in those ghettos where you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans dwell. It's gonna be a siege in there, man. The UN soldiers gonna siege that place, man. All right, all from the orders from the President of the United States, man.
Right. Let me read this right quick to back up what you're saying. Daniel 12:1.
I could read it.
Okay, come
I'll
on.
read it since you're speaking.
That's good.
I'll read it.
No, you was on.
Yeah. This is Daniel chapter 12. Let me get that. This is Daniel 12 and 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people.
Now, this is important that you understand that Michael's talking about the Archangel Michael, right? It's important that you understand that he's an angel, because it ain't gonna be Michael Jordan, it ain't gonna be Michael Jackson, it ain't gonna be Mike Tyson, it ain't gonna be no regular old Michael. It's gonna be Michael Allah. It's gonna be a special something not of the earth that's gonna have to stand up for us. It's gonna need something super special from the Most High God.
Divine power.
Divine power to stop to save us out of this. That's how bad it's gonna be. Okay? When it said Lamentation, Mournings, and Woe, it's talking about completely. And all you tough guys, man, y'all gonna cry like bitches, man. Like babies. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing.
Yeah.
All you bodybuilding cats, all you world's strongest man competition.
All you prison penitentiary killers, y'all gonna
turn
cry.
to women.
Yep.
It says that the men are gonna grab their loins like a travail as a woman with a child. Because the Most High is gonna be sending the worst fear upon you.
Right.
This generation is so pussy
Pussy,
and weak. They cry over women.
Yeah.
So when their greatest fears come upon them, how much more, man?
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, back in Daniel 12 and 1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble.
There should be a time of trouble. This is the time of Jacob's trouble, our temptation. All of this is going to be wrapped in one time frame, one small amount of time. It's not going to be stretched out over tens of hundreds of years and nothing like that. It's going to be within a few years, at hopefully months or days, really. But it's going to be a small amount of time that all this stuff going to happen. You're going to have to deal with it.
It ain't no 7-year tribulation period like they say in the church.
No.
They like to say, there's going to be a 7-year tribulation, and then it's going to be a pre-tribulation rapture, and then 7 years of tribulation, and then it's gonna be the judgment. Like, nah,
That's
none of
that's
that
they're
is
hoping
biblical.
for. That's what they're hoping is gonna happen. But that Edomites talking like that as well. They're hoping that they're gonna get out of it. No.
And that's bullshit.
It sounds appeasing to the masses.
Right. It keeps you coming.
Matthew 24, the Lord was specific.
Yeah.
When he talked about the time of tribulation, he even said that he's gonna shorten those days for the elect's sake.
Yep.
Right.
So that means that it ain't gonna be a prolonged tribulation, but it's gonna happen. And it's gonna be it's gonna be the worst periods known to man on the planet Earth.
Right.
But during that time period, the Lord's gonna be with his chosen. And some of those men amongst them are gonna be martyrs. Because they're gonna die during that tribulation.
Right.
When the Lord comes back with the host of heaven to bring salvation, those same men who died in that tribulation period, they're gonna arise out of the graves, man.
Right.
They're gonna that's gonna be the resurrection.
Well, let's not say out of the graves, unless we're talking about the spiritual graves. But their spirits gonna come back to the earth with new bodies.
Yeah, he gonna bring the dead back, and they're gonna rise, and they're gonna get beamed up into the chariots, man.
That's right.
You know.
That's right. Used to be.
Yeah, still verse 1. It says, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered.
Wait. So Noah, it's going to be worse than the time of the days of Noah? It's going to be worse than the times when for the Egyptians, when Israel came out of Egypt? It's going to be worse than that? It's going to be worse than 70 AD? Yes. It's going to be worse than, it's going to be the worst event this earth has ever dealt with. Okay? Let alone all the people of the earth have ever dealt with. This will be you will never forget this moment in eternity, ever. That's how devastating this moment is going to be. Because the Most High is willing to show his wrath to you people to get you back in obedience unto me, okay? And to put the other nations in subjection and fear that they'll never come up against our people again. Okay? That was it on that?
Yeah, verse 1, that was all you wanted, right?
Yeah, that was the point, yeah.
Okay.
So we go back.
Second Esdras 9 at the top.
Uh-huh.
He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Now, what is he coming to visit the earth for? To bring destruction upon the earth, as well as to give salvation to his elect. Okay? Cherish is going. You want to get the song?
Yeah, the word visit means punish, man. Punish the world which he made, man. You know, punish the wickedness out of this planet, man. All right, that's what that means, man.
Yeah, he gonna visit you with pestilence, plagues, diseases. All right. Death, the sword. Okay. That's how he gonna visit you, man.
Yep. In Second Esdras, the Lord said he's gonna bring back the plagues that he did in Egypt in the past on this place, man. All right, on Americas. This is Egypt once again. Like I said, it's the Roman Empire, Egypt, Greece, Syria, you know,
Nineveh.
All the America encompasses all the ancient pagan empires and their gods. Yeah, Babylon as well, and their gods. It's a one roll, one big spring roll, man.
Yep.
You know that's America's MO, man.
One big nasty ass gumbo, right?
Yep.
Put all that in there, and now the Most High got to cleanse all that nasty filth of all them other nations and empires out. Especially get them up out because the common denominator of all these places is Israel was in these places, subject and even believing in some of the ideologies of these places as well. Okay, so anyway, when he visits the earth, he's gonna show up like this, but he's gonna visit it with his spirit and with the plagues and the death and destruction. Okay, if you can't see all these fish kills and whales beaching themselves and birds falling out the sky and bees dying off and just random acts of nature happening.
A lot of lakes and rivers turning into blood and stuff that they're not showing you in the media.
Yeah.
That was a plague in Egypt.
Yep.
All right.
They try to blame it on. They try to blame it on science.
Yeah, They
because
can
of
never
global
give. They
warming.
can never give credit to the Most High.
Right, because of global warming, these are the polar caps are melting and it's causing a chain reaction. But the birds and the penguins and we got all this
Well,
science.
The algae in the water is turning the water red.
That's-
Shit.
But
Yeah,
that's the
they-
thing though. Like the brother said, they never want to give the Lord his credit. This time he gonna take it. You know.
Oh, yeah,
He's gonna make sure that you know that it's him doing everything that's happening to the world.
Right.
Like the
We
brother
know
said,
it's
just
right,
like times of the plagues of Egypt, the Egyptians knew. You know, the other
Oh.
nations around that heard of what the Lord did. You know,
Yeah.
everybody understood that it was our Lord Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, that's gonna complete these plagues upon the earth. You know, it ain't gonna be no question. Because when you out there and having to eat your babies, or when you got a worldwide pestilence, or when you got people just doing all out whatever dog eat dog to survive, they gonna understand, hey, it's a higher power conducting everything. When they see these apparitions, you know, the darkness, when they feel it, they gonna be like, oh, this ain't never been done upon the earth at this measure. Exactly, it hasn't. But the Lord is about to bring that, you know, because he's tired of this. The wickedness have increased unto the heavens, you know. The iniquity is up into the heavens. The sins have gone up to the nose of the Heavenly Father. So everything that America has done, with all the wickedness that his people have been committing, the Lord is about to return the nastiness of it, you know? He's about to make sure that everybody understand that it's him doing it,
Right.
you know?
Because he don't want to give it. He won't give his glory unto another. That's his glory. All the major wrath and occasions of what's going on, that's reserved for the Most High. Jake is over there bugging out. That's reserved for the Most High. There's no other power that can bring that to the earth or bring that anywhere, but the Most High God Yahweh. Okay, so don't give that up to nobody else. He's gonna make sure that he takes what's his. You don't know not to fear him.
This is Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts
Yep.
with thunder
Yep.
and with earthquake and great noise,
Is any of those good? I didn't think so.
with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire.
Storm and tempest and flame of devouring fire.
Sarah Connor.
You people ready for this? Are you ready for this? This is what's coming to you. You so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans, I'm only going to address you because you're the one with an opportunity to get out of this. Okay? No other nation is able to get out of this. We're the children of Israel that the Bible speaks of. We have an opportunity to escape this if you're chosen of the elect. If you're not, this is going to be the end that you meet. This or starvation or some other painful way of death. Okay? The rest of you, it don't matter. Go live it up and die like, you know, who cares?
Yeah, if you're part of
You got
part of 2/3 and you make it to the missiles, man.
Yeah, you
The Lord don't like you, man.
Yeah. You went through
All the
some
way
shit
to
to
the
get to the
missiles,
missiles.
man.
Yeah, and this is still gonna be the worst of all the plagues. Let's not forget that. You already ain't gonna be able to run for your life because you're not gonna have no food in your stomach to sustain you. But you can't outrun the missile fire anyway. 2 million missiles on America, man. America spans what? 3,000-4,000 miles, if that, lengthwise.
35,000.
Yeah, you can't 35 or something like that, right? You can't escape that. You can't run fast enough. You can't fly. You can't get away from that. And for you that try to get smart and try to fly and come back down later, it's gonna be waiting for you when you get back. Okay? You got more on it?
Yeah, I want to read it again real quick. Isaiah 29, verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and a flame of devouring fire. Now, last year the Lord showed signs of that with different hurricanes, wildfires, brush fires. Okay. Recently, I think in England,
Freeze over.
there was that too. There was a bunch of lightning strikes.
Yeah.
Over 20,000.
Over 20,000 of them over there in Europe.
Yeah.
And when the Lord showed these things, the people not paying attention. They'll still say, "Oh, that's Mother Nature," or whatever they try to say.
It's a bad winter. It's a bad spring.
Or they'll even say, "Oh, it's the
Brush
heart.
it off.
It's the heart." Basically, trying to give that power to the white man.
Yeah.
Which, whatever Esau does, is because the Most High is allowing him to do it. He wouldn't be able to do it without the power of the Lord on the left-hand side.
Yep.
But all of those things are basically significant to the destruction that the Lord is basically coming back to bring. Because you had the brush fires, like I mentioned. You had those hurricanes, which is basically a storm and tempest. Okay, it's basically a wind that's actually blowing that water, and the water is basically coming upon the land.
Yep.
Now, when you read in Isaiah, was at the 66th chapter, it tells you that he's going to come in a chariot like as a whirlwind.
Yep.
Okay, and he's coming back with what? The flames of devouring fire.
Right.
So all those destructions that the Lord is bringing as a sign, that's really a sign of his coming to bring judgment that you people are not paying attention to.
Yep. He ain't coming making the earth fruitful, making the trees blossom with beautiful flowers and wonderful fruits. And he's not coming like that. He could, but he's not. He brought that with Eden. He could bring that, but that's not what this time is about. This time is about lamentation, mourning, and woe.
I may say, if you thought a lot of people died in Hurricane Katrina, Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane what was the name of that? Irma, Maria. Okay, if you think a lot of people died in those fires in California.
How many years was that span? No, all of you named except for Katrina was in the past 2-3 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, really like the past year and a half.
Yeah.
If you think a lot of people died in that, and that was so devastating and brutal, and that pales in comparison to the day of the Lord.
That's right.
All right, the Lord said the slain of the Lord is going to be many. From one end of the earth, you think what occurred in them little cities, but like we forgot that earthquake that happened in Mexico at the end of last year that killed a lot of Mexicans.
Yeah.
Down there in Peru, it's always them landslides. They be taking out homes. All those different disasters are really showing you the sign that the Lord is coming back to bring ultimate destruction.
The Lord is going to be killing billions.
Millions, man.
Billions.
The slain. Matter of fact, I gotta get it now. I'm not gonna get that one. Let me get the other one. This is Jeremiah 25 and verse 30. Therefore prophesy thou against them all these words, and say unto them,
against, not for you, but against you. I'm talking about the wicked, the two wicked Israelites and the rest of you wicked nations.
the Lord shall roar from on high and utter his voice from his holy habitation. He shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a
shout. When the Lord speaks and roars and shouts, it comes out in destructive ways with tsunami and earthquake and lightnings and tempests and also and fires and meteor showers and all kinds of things, man. Well,
and it tells you how when he comes, you're gonna hear the trumpet being blown, right? It says, as they that tread the grapes against all inhabitants of the earth. And that's that wine press in Revelation 14, right? It says, a noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for the Lord have a controversy with the nations.
Yep. It is.
He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith the Lord.
Like, he will plead with all flesh. Why do you think he's making it so his elect are not living according to the flesh right now? We're trying to live the best of our abilities to the spirit. So when whatever happens to the flesh, we're not attached to it, because the same things, the same fleshly carnal pleasures that will uproot you people, that'll take you people out. He don't want to uproot his elect. Okay, so we won't be attached to it. Something will happen, be like, fuck it. We just gonna keep going. Call on the name of Yahweh Shemi Ashai, that we make it through and keep going. But you other people ain't gonna have or know who to call upon. It's gonna wrap you up and get you, and then snare you and take you. Go ahead.
It says, he will give them that are wicked to the sword, 2/3, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. That
shows you right there that it's not only
this is his visitation.
It's not only when he comes, he's visiting the entire earth. Like you can say, well, you guys say these European nations and America's gonna get destroyed. Well, I'm gonna go off to the Polynesian islands. He's coming there too. Even I'm telling you, I mean, it was a joke when I said it, but it wasn't a joke. That island on the beach that's not on the map from the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, he's going there too.
And
He's going everywhere.
And you can't run from the Lord.
No.
Come on now.
He gonna find you in the caves, in the pits, in the mountains. He gonna find you everywhere and come and get you if you're wicked. Either you're gonna be of the nations, you're gonna walk your ass into slavery, or you're gonna be of the 2/3 and get killed.
Yeah.
How can you run or hide from an all-seeing, all-knowing power?
Omnipotent.
Omnipotent kind. You know every single thing. How can you? He created what you think you're gonna hide in. He put those thoughts in your mind where you think you're gonna go.
He put it in your mind to recognize him.
He put it in your mind to think that you could hide and get away with.
Right.
Yeah. You allowed that to happen. Satan to play with you like that. Go ahead, huh?
It says, and the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one.
We laugh because you people really think you're fooling the Most High. You think you can outthink him. I got a plan B for him. No.
Niggas you can't even use all your mind.
The nigga polite.
Yeah.
When he came and confronted the brothers in Miami, and they was telling him his judgment, and he was like, hey, you know America is gonna be destroyed by missiles, right? So what's your plan? He was like, well, I'm gonna just go and move to another country.
Yeah.
Nigga, don't you know that?
You coming here too?
Evil is gonna be all over the earth. Not just here in America. It's gonna hit everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay? You ain't gonna be able to escape nothing.
Kind.
Just like those Israelites down in Venezuela, they thought they was gonna leave the issue by escaping to Brazil, and then as soon as they got down there, the gas prices just you can't get no gas.
Yeah.
And now it's a threat of truck strikes.
Yeah.
You know, that means no food. You know, and you know that nigga when he leave, he ain't finna go to no fucking Africa.
No, they ain't going there.
Like he, you know, his whole
live in the bush.
His whole ideology is Africa, but when this nigga, his game plan when he leaves, that nigga definitely ain't finna go to no Africa.
He's looking because actually he should have been there already. Instead of going to Hollywood,
Them Hamites will kill his black
should
ass.
just go to Africa.
They'll eat him too, and his wives,
God. And his kids.
and his kids.
Yep.
It says, and the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth.
Meaning because the earth is round, one end wraps around and meets back with the first end. That's the like what's that that time the annex time the international international dateline. That lets you know what day it is, right? Well, that's one end of the earth on a I think latitude scale or whatever that wraps all the way around. But there's nowhere he's gonna do that. He's gonna go all the way around and make sure everybody's in their right order.
Everybody gotta get it.
The election is gonna be sealed out of everywhere.
Because it's not like wickedness is just happening in one part of the earth and nowhere else.
No.
So he's gonna exterminate it all.
This devil has been around the world in 80 days, man. He's been around the world and you know what I mean? Like he's been around doing wickedness, man. You know?
Even in the forests in Brazil,
Bro.
where our people, Northern Kingdom, they're fucking
Wearing lip
fucking
plates.
savages and shit.
Wearing lip plates like that.
That's wickedness, man.
Yeah.
They gotta get eradicated too if they don't repent, man.
Right.
Yeah, they still living like apocalypto and shit. You know?
So I ain't dealing with that.
Yeah, he's gonna kill them off like as if they were never his people, man.
Because you got our people, like the brothers is going into, got our people doing weird, outlandish, heathen stuff all across the world. Like in those rainforests down in South America, you got like them. They more than likely Jake, they collecting these fucking ants and putting them like their fucking stingers or mouths in a glove and sticking their hands in a glove full of poisonous ants.
Yeah.
As rituals and stuff.
That you're a man.
Yeah. Like that's why the Most High got it. That's off. You
Tribal
know.
shit. Tribal rituals and shit.
Plucking your skin and all that shit.
Yeah, markings
all that too,
markings in the flesh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our people became real heathenistic when they got over here, man. So the Lord gotta eliminate them too. You know. And the apostles did a lesson a while back explaining how possibly that could be the wilderness that the Lord's gonna be going to, man. And those rebels are gonna be, them fucking,
we're supposed to
heathens,
gather
man.
up Salawam, or whatever the fuck language they speak. They gonna be like, they was looking at you like you weird.
Yeah.
Like they wanna get you. Man.
And I know a lot of you simple days gonna say, well, wouldn't that prove that the Native Americans ain't Israelites?
No,
Nah,
it's just wicked.
Israel always was like that.
Yeah.
That's nothing new.
All right.
Jake always turned into a goddamn heathen, man. You know?
You look at every civilization, right before it went down, Jake was with the bullshit of the heathen nation. Yeah.
There was always a remnant that returned to the Most High.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me finish that. It says, even unto the utter end of the earth, they shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried, but they shall be done upon the ground.
Yep. Hey, we got Lamentations, Mournings, and Woe. You ain't supposed to cry for the 2/3, man. You're supposed to, when they get this, matter of fact, jump right to the second ready to jump down to 9 and 14. But you ain't supposed to cry for them, man, because they wicked. And the best thing for them is death.
Because they're enemies, you know?
Yep.
If you're not of our brother,
A fellow believer.
a fellow believer,
Yep.
then you're an enemy. Because that means you're anti-Yahweh Shai. That means you're against his will.
And when I gotta make a little notation of this. I don't mean you believe in Jesus Christ as the only Lord and Savior. No. And Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua and all the destruction that He's bringing to the earth is going to be for the Negro, Latino, Native Americans only, the elect to their benefit. Okay, and even the 2/3 their death is going to be for the benefit of our nation and for the world. And there's a lot more other things, but I don't want that old love everybody, happy. Nah, as the scripture has said, okay? That was it. It was a little more later, 11 after that.
Jeremiah 14:11. Then said the Lord unto me, pray not for this people, for their good. When they fast, I will not hear their cry.
Yep.
When they offer burnt offering and an oblation, I will not accept them. But I will consume them by the sword, and by the famine, and by the pestilence.
And that backs up what that comment was talking about. Yeah, he just said don't feel no what type of way for them. Let them go on and die like a heathen. But the problem with Jake is they already feel bad for the heathens. Even your worst enemy, the Edomites.
Stockholm.
Got that Stockholm. So you can't let your nigga cousin that's molesting your niece and whatever, you can't let niggas like that stick around. Jake be feeling all bad, but he can be rehabilitated. Man, ain't no rehabilitation, it's the fire.
Yep.
You gonna rehabilitate Tekashi?
Thank you.
You think that nigga is he's willing to be repaired? You think you could repair that nigga, man? How about Lil Uzi Vert? Lil Yachty? Lil Xans? You know? All these wicked, demonic ass, dreaded wearing niggas, man.
Yep.
Tattoos all over their face and body, and that's all the tribes, man.
Yep.
Wicked as MS-13s that Trump is calling an animal. I agree with Trump. Them is some fucking animals, man. They're demons, man.
Yeah.
You know? The hell with Jake, man. You know? You see the type of shit that these niggas do every day.
Right.
You know?
You tell them, hey, don't do this, man. God gonna be mad at you. Man, that's all right. You got a long line of lists. You got a long line of people you gotta get in line to be mad at me for. Come on, man, for real.
All you gotta do is look at World Star Hip Hop, and you be in your right mind, and you see the shit Jake do, you be cursing Jake, man. You'll be straight up cursing Jake, man. You see the type of nigger ass shit that these niggas and these nigga women be doing.
Watch 1 hour World Star if you can stomach it.
Just 1 hour of that shit, man.
I can't stomach that much.
I watch it and just get pissed, man.
Yeah, I can't watch it out.
The only time I even go to tune the World Star is to really see if something new is going